So hi everyone, so it's been a little bit of a gap since the last video. Mainly that's been because it's been a little bit on the quiet side. So I am going to do an update video with the Blu-rays that I've picked up lately. It's been a little bit on the sparse side, so you can see there. But I will talk about these movies that I picked up during this video, and then also some records that I've picked up lately since I put a little bit of focus on that the last little while. It is probably going to balance out a little bit on my next update after this, but in the meantime we'll start with this for now. So in terms of these, all came from Amazon and a couple of different packages I got. But like I said, it's just a couple that I've picked up. Haven't seen too many lately that I've been too interested in. But one of the ones that I picked up was Machete Kills. So that's a sequel to Machete. So obviously I enjoyed the original one, so I wanted to check that out. My favorite thing was, and I remembered originally seeing it during the trailer, but then I remembered it after the fact, was that in it, now I think if I zoom in here, you should be able to see it hopefully. With the glare it's a little tricky, but if you can see there, it says introducing Carlos Estevez, which is actually Charlie Sheen's real name. So I think that's the first time he's credited as Carlos Estevez as opposed to being Charlie Sheen. So the next one I picked up is another one of those like 3-packs that I like to put together for different action movies. So this is the Marine 3-pack. So those of you who did get a chance to see my Blu-ray video know that I already have the Marine with John Cena. I've actually seen the Marine 3 with Mike the Miz from WWE, but I never had a chance to see the second one with Ted DiBiase Jr., with Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man's son, for any of you who are familiar at all with wrestling. They're kind of a lame series, but it's one of those things where most action movies are kind of not really meant to be taken themselves too seriously. The first Marine I actually thought almost tried to take itself too seriously, but then as they progressively went on, speaking for the third anyway, I can say they pretty much walked away from that. In reality, that made it a little bit better for what it was. The next one I picked up here is another little history-type action movie, Attack on Stalingrad. So I think it's supposed to be like a drama. It's supposed to be based on the siege of Stalingrad, so I don't have too much to say on this yet because I haven't had the chance to see it. Obviously, it's still sealed. But I'm very curious to see, I do like to see the interpretation in film of different actual historical events. So I'll be curious to see how they did with that. And then the last one is a Gina Carano film, In the Blood. So I actually like Gina Carano when she does action movies. I think playing to her strength is whenever they do the action part of it. So as long as they don't try to give her too many dramatic scenes, in this case they make her a newlywed who is trying to track down the people who she thinks killed her husband, I believe. Yeah, take down the men she's responsible for her husband's abduction. So it's pretty much a standard thing. So you've taken the two gender roles and reversed them. So in this case, instead of the husband going after men that they think kidnapped the wife, it's the wife going after the men that she thinks abducted her husband, and then kind of the different action set pieces that are going to follow. So I haven't had the chance to pop this one in yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I think, again, if you don't take it too seriously, you can have a lot of fun with these. So that's it for the Blu-ray pickups this time around. So, like I said, it was going to be a little on the sparse side since the focus has mainly been going into picking up records here and there lately because that's what I've been focusing on more or less. It will balance out a little bit next time around, but if that's mainly what you were interested in, thanks very much for watching. If you are interested in the records that I picked up, then stick around for the rest of the video because that's what I'll be talking about next. Hey, so I'm back for the second section of the video. Now before I go on, I will make a point. For any of you that saw the first part of the video before I transitioned over, I will correct myself. I will put it in an annotation when I say it. I'm not going to re-record the whole thing just to redo it. I meant to say Attack on Leningrad. Stalingrad was also a siege that happened historically, but that wasn't the movie title, and I know somebody will call me out on it. I know. I realized after the fact that I said it twice. So anyway, for the records that I've picked up, that had been my focus the last little while, so I've been picking them up here and there at different times, mostly from either Amazon or from Sonic Boom in Toronto. It's been kind of fun to just go and look and see what kind of music I might be interested in. And I've looked through different opportunities on YouTube and things to get different recommendations. And I've had the chance to use Spotify a lot to listen to whole albums and see what I might actually be interested in picking up to add to the collection. I'm going to be a little bit on the picky side just because even though I don't mind and like trying out different music, it's a bit of an investment to go and spend $20, $30 for a new LP you know, just kind of sight unseen without actually knowing what it sounds like. So I'm going to be a little selective that way. But let me get right into it. I'm going to go in reverse alphabetical order for the ones that I've picked up recently. So first on that list is actually one that I did get from a recommendation on YouTube. I'm going to link to the channel in the description. It's Damnit Sandy here on YouTube. And they turned me on to this one. So this is Tycho. The album is called Awake. And pretty, you know, kind of simple. Simple design. It actually looks really nice. It's a fairly short LP, but it's really very well done, very nice, very relaxing music. I actually, I do now have a turntable, so I can actually listen to them. But specifically for that one, it was nice just listening to it, kind of being able to lay back with my headphones on, just zone out and relax. Great music for that. Definitely a great recommendation. I'm glad I had the chance to pick that one up. REM's Automatic for the People. So, you know, kind of a great album. Fairly straightforward. If there's something interesting inside, or if there's something where maybe it's colored vinyl or something, I'll show it off, but otherwise I'll just kind of show off the covers like this. So if you can see that, those are the songs that are included. I really like this album, and I'm very happy to actually have a physical copy like this, as opposed to just on the iPod. So that's pretty great. Next, along the same lines, again, I already had it in the iPod, but this is, you know, nice physical copy. Radiohead, The Bends. So again, another album I really enjoyed over time. So you can see the glare, and you can kind of see Radiohead looking at Radiohead, yeah. So anyway, so there it is, The Bends. These things with these album covers is a lot of glare. But anyway, so yeah, if you can see that, there's the song list right there. There's a bunch of songs that I really like, both in side A and side B of this one. So it's a pretty great album if you ever had the chance to listen to it. Okay, so this next one is going to take a minute to go over because there's a little bit involved. So Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. So, you know, if you're a fan of Pink Floyd at all, you know, Dark Side of the Moon, maybe, you know, The Animals, The Wall. There's a lot of good choices. You know, I wouldn't knock any of them. But I think Wish You Were Here is still my favorite. Now, I'm going to take a minute because there's a lot on this. So it does come with that nice plastic outer wrapping. And they replicated the packaging very nicely. It's kind of a deluxe set. So here's kind of the iconic image of the two businessmen shaking hands. One of them's on fire. So that's pretty good. You know, you got the guy in the suit there, but you know, if you notice, he's got no actual legs. You know, there's a lot of like visual symbolism and things. You've got the record, of course, and it comes with a poster. So I'll just try to show you that really quickly here. It's a really nice set. There's just a whole bunch of things here. Like, you got this thing here, and then it comes with digital download code, I think 320 kilobits, which is great. Comes with the record itself, of course, and also as well, it comes with a little, for the download code, it actually comes with a little, you know, kind of a card that shows a small version of that, and I believe it also has a postcard, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yep. There we are. Nice little postcard as well. So it's a really good package. It just contains, you know, a whole bunch of things, and really one of my favorite albums that I love listening to from front to back. Just, there's no weak track on it. So you're getting 5 songs, but really it's 4 songs with one really epic Shine On You Crazy Diamond broken up into the 2 parts. But as you can see, there's plenty involved in the packaging. Sorry about the jump cut, but it actually took me more work to put it back than I actually thought for that Pink Floyd album. So the next one is Of Monsters and Men. So this album is, I believe, what was it? My Head is an Animal. So, you know, those of you who are more familiar, this one came out, I think, in 2011 or 2012. So it's not brand new, but at the same time, not really an old band. I don't really listen to radio or anything, so I don't really get up on too much. But I did have a chance to hear a little bit of their stuff here, and it's kind of relaxing, upbeat music, and I enjoyed it. It's got a nice little gatefold here, if I can flip that. There you go. I think you can see that. Yep. Should be good. But yeah, so I thought I'd pick that up. This one was interesting because what they did with this one is they decided to make it on very neon pink vinyl. So you can see that. So both of them are exactly the same in terms of that color, but an interesting choice. Very colorful. Kind of goes with the rest of their theme. So this next one is actually an addition to my Mastodon albums collection now. So I just had the one previously, but I added to that. So I got their debut, Remission. Really great art on these. I really like that. So I was a big fan of that. And then it's another gatefold here, so you can see. And then some more art on the back. Very nice. So this one actually, again, it is colored vinyl, but specifically it is a two-color. And I'll kind of show you that. So I think this is one of the deluxe editions, if I recall, something along those lines. So I'll show it to you. It's actually, I think it's, to me it's black and purple. And as you can see, it's not exactly even because I think the way they made it and the way they poured it, and this one actually has like a little spot on it, if you can see that there. But it looks really cool. I very much like when they go a little bit of extra effort to actually put color. Okay, and this one again is Mastodon, another great work on the art front. So Blood Mountain. And again, some really great artwork. I really like a lot of the stuff they did. This one, I think there is a version of it that also has colored vinyl, but this is not it. And this is the lyric sheet. Some liner notes. So, pretty basic otherwise, but another nice addition. So I think the only one I'm really waiting on is, I have Leviathan on back order. So as soon as I get that one, I'll include that with these, and then I'm pretty content with that. If they come out with another one that has, art like that really is interesting to me, particularly also because I really like listening to those ones. All right, so this will be the last section, so I'm just going to try to zip through these last couple in one take here, see if I can. So this one here is just an album that I really wanted to have in my collection, Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. So it's pretty straightforward. There's the back, you can check that out. And this one has a pretty basic thing, just a nice little gatefold. There you go. So just a good album that I like listening to pretty much from start to finish. Luminiferous from High on Fire. Try saying that 3 times fast. And then this one also definitely has a gatefold for it, so I'll try to show it to you in a way that the albums won't fall out. So really nicely done there. Now this one here I thought was really neat. It has, I believe it's a limited edition for this one, for this printing. But I want to show you what it looks like. So, look at that. Really nice. I very much like the way this looks. It looks great on the turntable when it's rotating around, actually. And there's 2 LPs, and both of them are like the exact same way in that regard. It looks really great. I very much enjoyed listening to that one from start to finish, and there's some quality work done here, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate the artwork on this one, especially. So I was really happy to get my hands on it. That's the most recent pickup I've done. This one here was an Amazon pre-order that I did. This is their newest album, Breaking Benjamin, Dark Before Dawn. I don't like it quite as much as some of their earlier stuff, but still enjoyable for what it was, and this one's pretty straightforward. It does have a gatefold in it. It's just lyrics on the inside. That's okay. It was a pretty fair deal because it was a pre-order. I think this was under $20, so I'm not going to complain for that. And it does have it did have a download code. Unfortunately, it's a download code, I believe, for that one that only works in the U.S. So being that I'm in Canada, I was still able to download it. There are ways, but we won't get into that too much. So for this last one, I actually had to look it up, so hence the cut. So this is All Yours by Alt J. It wasn't very helpful, actually, that it doesn't say it anywhere on the album itself. It's pretty straightforward. Even when you try to read, it in the corner, it just shows the one little symbol. I don't know if you can see that. Right there in the middle. It's very hard to see. I apologize for the lighting. It doesn't help. But that's all really there is there, so you can't read it off of that. So this one does actually have colored vinyl. The gimmick for this one was that it would randomly choose 2 colors based on what's on the front cover. So in this case, I'll show you the ones that I received. So this is one. So for this one, I got red. Red see-through. Really nice. You can actually see my face through it, hopefully. It's really neat looking, though. I thought that was That was really great. This was another actually recommendation from Damnit Sandy. So definitely check them out for the link in the description if you're interested. This one here's got this picture on it. And it contains the names of a lot of the different songs. So that's pretty good. And this one is a lovely see-through blue. So red and blue, very nice combination. I very much appreciate that. Really nicely done. Very straightforward otherwise. It's pretty simple. And on the inside, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me see here. Yes, this one is another lyric one. So a gatefold with lyrics on it. So you can follow along if you want when you're listening to it. It's a really good album, actually. A really great recommendation. This one, even more so than Tycho, which I am enjoying quite a bit, this one is one that I find myself listening to on my iPod a lot when I'm out, but also at the same time when I have the chance to put one of these on the turntable and listen to it. It's actually really great. So I very much appreciate that recommendation. So that's it in terms of records that I've added to my collection. I've expanded it a lot. Originally I started off with just the 3 that I included in that one pickup video, and then obviously I've added these to it since. I think there's 1 or 2 that I'm expecting in the mail coming. Leviathan from Mastodon was one for sure. And occasionally I'll go to the record store and look around just to see if there's anything interesting that I want to pick up. I will say that hopefully in the next upcoming update there will be a little bit more in terms of Blu-rays. I have a few that I have my eye out on, but one of the things that was slowing it down more than my focus on some of the records was also that my TV is officially fried. The one in the living room, the main big TV that I use, shorted out and I haven't been able to resuscitate it, so I will be upgrading and replacing it. But until then, it's not a tiny investment, so I do want to, if I'm going to bother, I'd like to really upgrade the TV. So I'm going to set a little money aside, and then hopefully I'll be doing that, and then I'll get back to watching a lot more of the movies, and then definitely I'll be picking up a lot more of the movies. So thanks very much if you made it all the way to the end. The second half of it was a lot longer, but we're going to try to balance it out going forward. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you saw anything you liked or had any questions about it, definitely let me know. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching.